YouTube beef turns deadly. Finny the Legend and Sydney City Manning. I don't know who any of these people are, but let's see who these people are though, bro. Hopefully this shit was funny and hopefully this shit was worth it, bro. Cause it said this shit turned deadly. So I ain't gonna lie. Hopefully, hopefully this shit was worth it. Nigga, who the fuck is this? But I ain't gonna lie, whoever this girl is, she's kind of bad. I ain't gonna lie, I would smack
we've
that.
seen plenty of YouTuber beefs, ranging from extremely goofy, like Jake Paul and Ricegum dropping diss tracks on each other.
Bro, Jake Paul and Ricegum will always be iconic, bro, because they was dropping some good music back then, but like recently, no, not back then. Like they was dropping good music back then, but like now that music is kind of ass. But I'm not gonna lie, it's Every Night Sis. I ain't gonna lie, I still be bumping that shit, but that shit's catchy as hell, bro. Like Ricegum was really making good music back then that still applies to good music right now, bro. But Jake Paul, he was making ass music back then, and that music is still ass to this day, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but I feel bad for Jake Paul. He basically got clowned for his whole career, bro. But he made mad money off this shit, so I'm not gonna hate too much, bro. Cause that nigga's like a billionaire at this point, bro. And Ricegum kind of fell off, but he still be like doing his shit, bro. He still be making money. He still be having hella views, bro. So I'm not gonna lie.
That managed to garner hundreds of millions of views. And we've even seen some more serious beefs, like Boogie2988 pulling a gun out on Frank Castle.
Who the fuck is that nigga?
Yeah, on 3, pull the trigger.
But from what I can remember, we have never seen a YouTube beef that ended with somebody actually losing their life. That wouldn't be until a few days ago, when a YouTuber that goes by the name of Sin City Manning would end the life of another YouTuber and his wife on live stream in the middle of the Las Vegas.
No way y'all was YouTube beefing that hard that you killed a nigga in GTA and you killed his wife in GTA 2, bro. Like, no way you're killing niggas in GTA because of YouTube beef, bro. Like, unless that nigga was dissing your dads, bro, you took it too far, bro. I ain't gonna lie, you took it way too far. Unless that nigga was dissing your dads or, like, beating you in real life, bro, why did you kill that nigga in GTA, bro? Like, why? Like, why did you have to kill that nigga, bro? Like, why? But let's see what he did, though. Let's see what happened in the beef,
So since this just happened a few days ago, and both
it happened a few days ago?
Actually...
Wait, when was this video dropped? Oh, 2 days ago. So this happened, like, basically this week. Let's see what happened though.
Really very small. I believe both of them were under 10,000 subscribers. The internet's been kind of scrambling, trying to figure out what exactly happened here, as this stemmed from a year-long beef that wasn't documented very well.
A year-long beef?
Little people actually.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You way too old to be YouTube beefing in 2025, bro. Like, leave that shit to the teenagers, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You look like you could be someone's dad. And you tell me you was YouTube beefing for at least a year, bro, and you killed a nigga. I ain't gonna lie, you got the props for that shit, bro, because that nigga's really a demon, bro. He don't play about that YouTube beef, bro. He really be catching bodies over this shit, bro. So I do have to respect it. I ain't gonna lie. I do have to respect it.
Knew this was going on. But it seems we finally started to kind of put the pieces together. So Finny the Legend, who is actually the victim in this situation,
he's the
used to be a viewer of
RIP.
Sin City Manning, who is the shooter. And for whatever reason, after a little bit of watching Sin City Manning, Finny decided that he no longer liked him and he wasn't gonna watch him anymore. He was actually gonna do his own live stream in Las Vegas.
Okay. So I started watching Manny around pandemic time just to see Vegas from the comfort of my house. I used to watch him way back then, and I stopped around the time when, because a lot of people in the chat were saying when he fired the mods. That's around the time I stopped.
Now, I can't get 100% confirmation on why.
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro? Because I know this is a grown-ass man in makeup doing like a little TikTok thing, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be thinking they have to delete TikTok, because why the fuck am I looking at this, bro? A shirtless nigga and a nigga in a makeup costume, in a maid costume, battling it out, bro. Like, come on, bro. Sometimes TikTok has to get deleted, because what the fuck am I looking at?
Exactly, Finny the Legend stopped watching Sin City Manning and started doing his own live streams. But from what I can tell, it seems a lot of people, and by a lot, I mean the few thousand that were watching Sin City Manning, thought that he was a crazy psycho drunk. But this is where things get kind of weird, and I didn't actually see a lot of people talking about this. But after having only a couple of streams in Las Vegas, Finny the Legend and Sin City Manning would actually run into each other on live stream and have a confrontation. So this video is actually pretty long, and it has some fucking terrible Jack Sparrow ass music over it. So instead of making you guys listen to that, I'm just gonna talk over the video. So as you can see, the person standing right there with the arrow above them and the words bubbly right over them, that is actually Finny the Legend's wife, who obviously goes by the name of Bubbly. And she just so happens to be standing right in front of Sin City Manning, who is the guy with the crazy clown makeup all over his face.
Oh, hell
now,
no.
I'm gonna be honest. I find it extremely ironic that somebody who used to watch Sin City Manning and stopped watching him for whatever reason just so happens to end up right in front of him with a camera right after they started live streaming themselves. I can't confirm that this is true, but it kind of feels like they did this on purpose. And after Finney's wife would get a little bit too close to Manny, he would actually smack her phone out of the way. This would cause her to step closer to Manny, and after he would smack her phone away one more time, she would actually swing on him with it, hitting him right in the face. That's when they would start to get into a scuffle. You can't really tell exactly what's going on, but that's when Finney would actually step into the altercation. You can see him very clear as day, the tall guy in the white shirt.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what's happening, but by the way he's talking about it, bro, this shit's going crazy. I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
when what I'm assuming is Manny's bodyguard would also step into the altercation. Right after that happens, Julia, who I think is Manny's wife, would actually push Finney's wife in the back, as
bro,
well
I don't know
as
what's
it looks
happening,
like she
bro.
throws
I
water
really
on
don't know
her.
what's
And that would cause Finney's wife to turn around and start attacking Julia. First by throwing water on her, and then she would just start
I
attacking
seen that
her.
water
So
though.
Julia,
I ain't gonna lie, she's on that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, she's really on that, bro. Never mess with a black woman with her husband, bro. Because if you mess with a husband, bro, that black woman will be on that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So I would never mess with a guy that has a black woman next to him, bro. Because I know that black woman's gonna crash out more than the husband. I ain't gonna lie. I know she will.
would attack
Like it's in her
back by
blood.
beating her with a stick. And this
Damn.
would cause Manny to pull out his pepper spray and start spraying everybody in his vicinity.
Wait, this
it
nigga's
looks
carrying
like
pepper
even
spray
people
as a
that
grown
weren't
man?
involved
Come
in the
on.
fight got hit with the pepper spray. And this is where the video
Bro,
of
I'm
that
not gonna lie. If
altercation
I was a bystander watching this and you hit me with pepper spray, bro, I'm smacking the shit out of you, bro. Because why are you hitting me with pepper spray and not the nigga you beefing with, bro? Like, come on, bro. Because if you really do that shit to me, bro, I might pull out the and ba ba ba, nigga. Like, don't play with me.
would end. And little did Finney know at the time, this altercation would turn into a year-long dispute that would end with him
year-long?
losing his life.
Come
But after
on.
that confrontation, Finney the Legend and his wife would actually go back to their hotel room and they would live stream themselves talking about what just happened.
I'm not sure what you watched, but then when the witch tried to swing her stick or staff or whatever and tried
The
to
witch.
hit me. So I understand what you're saying, but you also have to understand. I can sit and I can say whatever I want to. This is America. We have
Facts.
freedom of speech.
Facts.
So I can say what I want to say in your
Facts.
face.
Facts.
But when you put your hands on me or when you spray something on me, that's when we have a problem. So
Okay.
what you're saying is fine. I don't have any problem with what you're saying, and you absolutely have a right to feel the way that you feel and to believe what you believe. I don't have any problem with that. But I certainly think that when you put your hands on me, that's where I have a problem, and
Oh, I
that's
like
where I
that.
draw the line. And then
Oh,
when
I
you
love the
spray
energy,
something
bro.
on me, then that's where I draw the line.
I really love the
In
energy.
addition, my other problem is you're out here videoing people and you're not asking people if they are allowing you to video them.
Okay, now she's
So
chatting.
when
though. I ain't
somebody
gonna lie, now she's chatting, bro. I ain't gonna lie, now she's chatting. What the fuck
Videos
is she
you.
talking about?
Then you're upset about the situation.
You can tell by the way they're talking about the situation, they definitely don't think they were in the wrong whatsoever. Even though in my opinion, they're the reason this happened in the first place. As I just don't know why Finney's wife was standing so fucking close to Manny. And since a large majority of the people that were in this community of watching these Las Vegas live streams didn't like Manny very much, this whole situation would cause Finney and his wife to get a wave of new people on their channel, which would kind of reiterate the fact in their mind that getting in confrontations with this Manny guy was a positive because they were getting so many positive comments and so many new subscribers. So
Okay,
that's when
type
Finney
shit.
the Legend basically decided to make his entire channel revolved around talking shit about Sin City Manny. And it had gotten pretty bad to the point where almost every single live stream on the Finney the Legend channel is talking about Sin City Manny in some type of way. And
I'm
a
not
lot of
gonna
these
lie, that gotta be dick right, bro. There's no way every single live stream you did in a year you was talking about another grown man, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's gotta be cloud chasing. That gotta be dick suck, bro. Cause I'm not gonna lie, you gotta be all talk for that shit. Cause if you talking about another nigga in all your live streams, and you're not doing shit about it, and apparently y'all beefing, bro, you gotta be all talk, bro. Cause I'm not gonna lie, you gotta be all talk and no bite, bro. Cause no way as a grown man you talk about another grown man in all your live streams, bro. Cause you're telling me in all of these live streams, you was talking about this another grown ass man. Like, come on, bro, you did bad.
His live
That's
streams are
obsessiveness,
3,
bro.
4, 5+ hour long, where he's just going in on Manny and his wife. Now, I do want to give the benefit of the doubt here. It is very likely that Sin City Manny was doing the same exact thing on his channel, but I'm not able to see any of that because after Manny was arrested for what happened, somebody would actually delete the entire channel. So I'm not entirely sure what was going on over there, but we are able to see what Finny the Legend was uploading. So it gives us a pretty good idea that they were just going at it for a year straight. Apparently, they were also false copyright striking each other's channels, basically trying to get each other deleted off the platform.
No way y'all was YouTube beefing and false copy striking y'all each, like, bro, no way y'all was doing that shit, bro. Like, y'all was really petty, bro. Like, that's petty beef right there. Like, y'all was not serious, bro. If y'all was serious, bro, y'all would, you know, make the money, get the views up, and maybe squabble in real life and troll afterwards. But like, y'all was not serious.
That's why I want to put it on y'all too. If he give us another strike and
look
I got
this old ass nigga, bro.
Y'all know that channel mean everything
to this
to
nigga.
it.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I just realized this is the nigga that died, bro. R.I.P. to this nigga, bro. R.I.P. to this nigga, bro. I send the condolences to his family and to him too, bro. I'm so sorry, bro.
Outside friends, nothing. I don't think I could do it in my heart, and I'm saying this on live so he can hear it too. Shout out LDT. But I don't think I can take his channel from him, man.
Finny would also say this about Manny.
Let's get this clear though, y'all, because we all laugh and joke. This is a PR. This is a PR moment. We all laugh and joke, but mental illness is real.
I like
and
that.
We can clearly see this guy is mentally ill. He's so close to going in the closet, man. And he's so close, man.
Fuck that.
He talking
you know
crazy,
what the first
bro.
thing
This
I
nigga's
asked
talking
you,
crazy.
did you give him a strike?
So obviously he was fully aware just how unhinged Manny actually was. But despite that, Finny would continue to antagonize him on his YouTube channel, and he would continue to come out to Las Vegas to live stream, despite the fact that from what I can tell, Finny didn't actually live in Las Vegas. He lived in Arizona. He just enjoyed visiting there and doing his live streams there fairly often. There was at least one interaction that we know of between Finny and Manny after the pepper spray incident and before the shooting, when Manny would actually go up behind Finny and touch his butt before walking away.
Wait, when this happened? Where this happened? You just did it? Oh, hell no. This nigga's gay as hell, bro. No way y'all niggas are beefing, y'all niggas are touching
now,
each other's butts when y'all see each other in real life. Now, I have absolutely no idea why Manny would do this, but like Finny said in that clip I showed you, bro was very obviously not all there. But I think it's very likely that this situation right here gave Finny the confidence that Manny wasn't actually gonna do anything to him, and he was all talk. And somehow this beef evolved from butt touching to Manny just flat out saying on live stream, he's gonna fucking shoot Finny next time he sees him.
Let me get you on a red light, Finny.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I was beefing with this nigga, bro, I would just stop the beef, because this nigga has nothing to lose, bro. This nigga really has nothing to lose, but you can clearly see by his makeup, by who he's talking to, and by all of it that he has nothing to lose. So I'm good off beefing with this nigga, bro. I am so good off beefing with this nigga because this nigga has nothing to lose, and now I have everything to lose. So I'm good off that shit.
Now I don't know about you boys, but if somebody is wearing insane clown posse
no way you beefing with this nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but you gotta stop the beef, bro. R.I.P. to Finny, bro. Come on, Finny. No way you was beefing with this nigga and you thought shit was sweet, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You did bad, bro. You really did bad, Finny. And it sucks to see a black brother die to a white nigga, but like, come on, Finny. Why did you do bad, bro? Why did you do bad, bro? You should have not played with this nigga, bro. This nigga clearly had nothing to lose, and he clearly showed you.
Style makeup, and he says he's gonna shoot me. I'm probably gonna be inclined to believe him, as no sane person would leave the house looking like that on a regular basis. But Finny would not take these threats seriously, and he would continue to live stream himself visiting Vegas and talking shit about Manny.
Fuck with that though. He had balls though. He really had balls.
Like, what about leaving the house like that makes you like feel like that's tight? Like when he left and he put that makeup on as a guy, and then he put the hat on with the fake cholo.
He's really talking this shit, bro.
Like, what about that? Really like, what do you think he said? Like, do you think he was like, man, I look hard tonight? Like, what is his goal? I don't get it. What's his goal? Does he want to look like a clown? Does he want to look like a cholo? What's his goal?
Oh, my fault.
When
YouTube,
you
my
get to
fault.
the ass, it curves inward. Like the ass is supposed to curve outward. Hers curves. She got an end booty. We got a front booty, and she got an end booty. That's an end
Now,
booty.
why he trolling like that, bro? He's an
And I guess
asshole for that
eventually
shit.
Manny hit his boiling point, or he went through a manic episode. I'm not entirely sure why he decided today was the day, but at some point a few days ago, Manny would get word that Finney was actually back in Las Vegas, and he
Oh,
would
he
go
got the
around
drop?
looking for him all day.
Oh, that nigga was not playing. So that nigga heard that you was in his city, and he got in his car on live and was hunting for your ass. I ain't gonna lie, this nigga was not playing, but he even got the shades on too, shirtless sleeve, bro. This nigga was not playing, bro. He really was not playing. I ain't gonna lie, if I was Finney and I seen this nigga on YouTube live hunting me down with this outfit, bro, I would just hide, bro. I would really hide, because this nigga has nothing to lose still. I'm not gonna play with this nigga, because he really has nothing to lose.
Jerome.
He calling you by your first name too?
Searching for my baby.
Oh yeah, I will not play with this nigga, bro. He has nothing to lose.
I went through every fucking casino there is.
Ah!
I heard there's one of my biggest fans here in fucking town.
Ah!
I'm dying to see him.
He's dying to see you. I'm not gonna lie. If a nigga was talking to me like that, I would hide in my house, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that nigga is obviously gonna kill me in GTA, so I'm not risking that shit. But I would never risk my life for YouTube beef, bro. Especially if I'm not going viral for that shit, bro. Why would you risk your life for YouTube beef and not even go viral for that shit? Like, come on.
Fucking dying to see him.
He's dying to
Going
see
a fuel
you.
bar tonight?
He
Is
was
that what
playing
we're
with
doing?
you.
I'll fucking be there. I'll fucking be there. Better fucking believe it.
Oh, he was not playing with you, Finney.
Am I
R.I.P.
saying you think
Finney.
I'm not gonna show
R.I.P.
up? You fucking think I'm not gonna show up? I should have been
R.I.P.
the first one
Finney.
to be told. Right?
Why he playing with
Somebody
Finney like
should've
that?
sent me my invite. Mr. Marquez.
And he laughing too, bro. Yeah.
And
Get
honestly,
off
in this
nigga.
clip, to me, it does sound like Sin City Manny was going through some sort of manic episode.
But
As
he
it
was,
truly
though. That
sounds
nigga was
like he
clearly
100%
insane, bro.
believes he's the main character of his
Oh
own
my
anime,
God.
which is always a recipe for disaster. And I actually remember seeing this clip on Twitter before the actual shooting happened, and I didn't even think twice about it. I just pushed it to the wayside, thinking it was gonna be a nothing burger
That's
in
what
the
I would
end.
do, too,
And
if
it's
I seen
likely
that shit
that
on my
most
timeline.
people that saw that clip thought the same exact thing as me. But little did we all know, the person that we were looking at on our screen was genuinely fucking insane. Now, obviously, I can't show you the clip of the actual shooting, although if you would like to see it, it's probably really easy to find on Twitter, but I can show you what happened leading up to it.
Wait, so you telling me this nigga caught him during his live, bro? About R.I.P. to what's his name? R.I.P. to Finney, bro. R.I.P. to Finney.
Thanks, Donut.
R.I.P. to Finney, bro. R.I.P. to Finney.
So
that's
as you
him.
can see, Finney
Oh, that was him. Oh, that's him right there.
so as
But I know y'all heard that shit, bro. He did that. And he popped that shit, bro. R.I.P. to Finney, bro. Cause that nigga died a legend, bro. He died as a YouTube troll, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's good. That's good. You know, that's good status right there. That's a good status right
you
there.
can see, Finney is just standing there on the strip when
let me see if
Manny
I can find
walks
this
by.
on,
After
Twitter.
Manny walks by and goes
'Cause
out
I'm
of
really
frame,
curious
he would
what
actually
happened.
hop right back into frame all of a sudden. And that's when you hear Finney say, "What's up, cuz?" And then right after that, Manny would pull the gun out and shoot multiple times, ending the life of, again, not only Finney, but his wife as well. And right after the shooting, Manny would actually go on the run, and he would be on the run for at least a couple of hours. But eventually they would find him, and he
That
would
nigga's
actually
really a
claim
dumbass, bro.
self-defense.
That nigga
Louise
Sin
is
City
facing
was
2
really a
counts of
dumbass.
and was ordered to be held Tuesday without bail by a Las Vegas court. His arrest report says he allegedly told the cops that Finley's
I
wife,
found it.
Tanisha Finley,
Wait, I'm
who
gonna
was
watch it. I'm gonna mute my mic in case like TOS plays. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I just seen the video, bro, and that nigga Sin City Manny was a fucking demon, bro. That nigga seen him, and the first thing he did was whip out the gun and start blasting that shit, bro, in GTA, bro. R.I.P. to that nigga, bro. Really, R.I.P. to that nigga Finny, bro. Cause I feel bad for that nigga.
Was
That
also
nigga did
fatally
bad.
shot, had approached
That nigga
Ruiz
really did
outside a
bad,
Las
bro.
Vegas strip and was dancing in his face. Ruiz alleged that
He was dancing in his face? Nah. Wait, I need to hear that shit again.
That Finley's wife, Tanisha Finley, who was also fatally shot, had approached Ruiz outside a Las Vegas strip and was dancing in his face.
Oh, okay.
Ruiz alleged that Finley reached for something in his waistband and asked him, "What's up, cuz?" in an aggressive manner, which spooked Ruiz into shooting in self-defense. Now, obviously,
I
he's
guess
not
that
gonna
happened.
win with this defense in court. There's
He's
so
not,
many
though. It
clips of
happened
him
on TikTok
threatening to
Live.
shoot
Not
Finney
TikTok
way
Live.
before he
It
actually
happened on
did it,
YouTube
that
Live,
there's
and he
no
was
way
talking
he
shit
can
too, like,
actually
it's not
claim
gonna work.
self-defense. But it is very obvious by all the clips that we saw during this video that his brain is not firing on all of the same cylinders as the rest of us. So I'm not really surprised that he thinks he can win with this defense.
not
But
gonna
this
win,
entire
bro.
story
That
is
nigga's not gonna
absolutely
win.
insane. We really live in a world where people are genuinely struggling with their mental health. And you have absolutely
that's
no
kinda sad,
idea
though. I ain't
what
gonna lie, that's
someone
kinda
is
sad.
capable of doing to you over some stupid internet
that's really
beef.
bad,
It is
though, I ain't
very
gonna lie.
obvious to me that Finney did not believe Manny was actually going to hurt him. And because of that, Finney
Wait,
is no
hello?
longer here. Now, obviously, it was Manny's choice to do what he did, and you can't really blame it on Finney, but he absolutely had a part in it. Not only
That's basically it with the video, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that video was good, but that was a good video right there, bro. It really like showed me that YouTube beef really gets serious when you play with the wrong niggas, especially with the mental ill niggas, cause those niggas got nothing to lose, clearly, bro. And we really seen that shit. So what else am I gonna watch? I'm not